Hello everyone, my name is Regina Harris and I am a Xavier University MBA student. Today I'm going to talk to you about smart grid technology. The history of smart grid. What are smart grids? Key features, applications, advantages and disadvantages, the future, and just a little bit of background on electricity. Thomas Edison, one of the grid's early architects. Edison made the first public demonstration of his incandescent light bulb on December 31st, 1879. Thomas Edison also launched the first commercial power grid, the Pearl Street Station in Lower Manhattan in 1882. A little bit of information on the history of our current infrastructure here in the United States. It's a century-old power grid. It's the largest interconnected machine on Earth. It is sometimes called a large ecosystem. That's how large it is. It consists of more than 9,200 electric generating units with more than 1 million megawatts of generating capacity connected to more than 300,000 miles of transmission lines. The electric grid here in the U.S. is aging. The infrastructure requires extensive upgrades to effectively meet the nation's energy demand. Now, through the Recovery Act, the Department of Energy is now investing about 4.5 billion in grid modernization to enhance the reliability of the nation's grid. What is a smart grid? A smart grid is a digital grid. It uses the same technology used in industries such as telecommunications to enable two-way communications between power grids and customers. You can think of it as an energy network that delivers improved reliability, unlimited opportunities for customers to have control of their own energy uses and costs. And I'll discuss that a little further in some of the key features about being able to control your energy usage and how you can be able to reduce your costs and your energy bills. Now, some of the key features in smart grid technology is that customers will have the tools and information to better understand their energy usage. And basically, you as a consumer you get the data yourself for exactly what type of energy you're using, your homes. It will give you the ability to be able to say like you want to lower your temperatures in the winter when you're not at home, or increase your temperatures in the summer when you're not at home. But this ability will be able to give you information that you can be able to see what type of how much energy you're consuming, and it'll give you the information that you need to be able to lower your energy bills. Smart appliances and plug-in vehicles will also be integrated into the power grid. Data collection. Now this is a pretty big deal for me because I'm an analyst and I work for Duke Energy, and the data collection that we are able to get from our smart grid technology is pretty, it's fast, it's real time. I can go on there and see, exactly how much energy people are using and whether or not we are be able to meet our demand for what our customers are actually using is what we use it for. You also be outages and things like that. Some of the applications that come with smart grid technology are energy. It's an energy internet basically, and it does connect to the internet. It connects to your Wi-Fi. And like myself, I have what I call a Wi-Fi smart thermostat. So this being able to have that smart thermostat and having a smart grid here in Ohio, I'm able to connect my thermostat to the Wi-Fi, and I can basically tell whether my energy is running when I'm not home just by using my mobile device. Or I can have certain settings to be able to help me save on my energy consumption, and it has actually worked for me. It applies a two-way communication to existing power grids. So basically it's a communicator. It provides data about what is taking place on the grid. And this is pretty, important because sometimes, the energy company doesn't know that your power is out. But with smart grid technology, we can get real-time information that will tell us that power is out in this certain area, and without you having to call and say, my power's out. Energy efficiency is another one of the applications that is used, and that's to help, reduce our energy consumption. Direct load control and automated demand response. Automated demand response is something that I also use at Duke Energy because it helps us basically supply and demand of our customers. Now, the advantages and the disadvantages of smart grid technology. The advantages, it equips the grid to meet increasing demand, like I've mentioned before about it helps us meet our increasing demand. It decreases brownouts, blackouts, and surges. It gives you control, gives you, the consumer, control over your power bill. It facilitates real-time troubleshooting, like I mentioned before. It helps energy companies let them know that you're not operating correctly. So you don't have to pick up a phone and call because they can actually see it on the grid with smart grid technology. And it reduces expenses of energy producers to energy producers. Some of the disadvantages is the cost of replacing our existing electricity infrastructure. Now, it's been estimated that if this push comes forward with us with smart grid technology, it will cost about $13 to $50 billion to replace our current electricity infrastructure, which is quite costly. Another one of the disadvantages are saying is that the real-time pricing of smart meters may negatively affect particular industries. And the particular industry that comes to mind for me is hospitals, because hospitals cannot, reduce their load or reduce temperature, just to try to save money because they have certain requirements that they have to meet according to, government regulations. So their energy bills may not get reduced with smart grid technologies. Therefore, they are using more energy, so they have high utility bills, and they're saying that they may, trickle down to the consumers if hospitals are paying more for electricity. And another one of the disadvantages is, installing these smart grids is that utilizing the internet like it does to provide real-time grid data increases the risk of privacy and security breaches. Future. The future has potentially reducing our carbon footprint. We hear so much about, our carbon footprint and what we need to do to reduce that in order to, be able to sustain the way we hopefully better than what we've been doing. But one of the things that they're saying smart grid technology will do is be able to reduce our carbon footprint. And it will fully accommodate renewable and traditional energy sources. So basically, like the electric cars, smart grid technology, you'll be able to have more of that'll be connected to the grid. That way, so like you out and you're in your electric car and you need to power up, you'll be able to look on your phone and your mobile device to see where the next station will be, like for electric cars and things like that. And it's introducing advancements and efficiencies yet to be envisioned. So, balancing supply and demand as grid complexity grows, involving customers more in their loads and grid operations, and transitioning central generation to clean energy sources such as large wind and large solar is what it will help do in the future. First, I want to give you a few discussion questions that you can discuss. How do you think smart grid technology will help us reduce our carbon footprint? Do you think government should spend the money to rebuild our electricity infrastructure due to population growth and increase in demand of electricity? And what should security concerns be for using smart grid technology? I thank you for listening and watching. Thank you. Bye, everyone.